that zone. So we'll keep an eye for some support on NQ around this 25,568. We'll mark out our previous day high and low, see where we're at. We are still breaking, something to mention, right? We're breaking previous day highs and closing green. That's been the trend now for 1-2 days. So I'm looking to see, can we do the same thing today? Can we break that previous day high and look to close green today? So I'm going to mark out our open price today, and I'm really going to keep an eye on it because I want to see us trade above the open with strength. If we could trade above the open with strength, that's going to lead some room to the previous day high, 140 points. So we do want to see if we could find a good position long today with some momentum. Now our gap level, let's find our gap level. Good morning, everybody. Yes, sir. Please give me a gap to the upside. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So with gap fill being to the upside gives us a bullish bias. We could check the edge fill report. I like edge fill lately, man. They've updated a lot recently, and it's really been pretty fun to use. So gap fill by weekday, gap down. We'll say 38% not filled. It's not the best report, not the best stat for me. Because this is a gap down. The size of this gap is currently 0.35. So we could check that size. 0.35 gap down. Now gap down for that size, however, very strong 88%. So again, that's giving us a bullish bias. We'll see how that goes. Let's see. ICT opening retracement. We could see where that price level is, the midnight price level. If that's also, oh, I think it is. It's going to be somewhere up here. Also to the upside, 12 a.m. And that's our, I don't know if I have a midnight price level. I don't. We could just make it yellow. I know that that's our midnight. Double click 12A, yellow. So these are my targets to the upside. If we look at our ICT opening retracement by weekday, again, same thing though. By weekday with gap downs tend not to fill the past 6 months, but we'll really keep an eye with both of those levels being in the same spot. Us being in support right now, a lot of my own technical analysis is lining up more bullish. Yo, good morning, Alfred. Good morning, good morning. What's up, DTG? Austin, Ozzy, good morning. AHM, J Money, Mr. Marzitti, good morning. Mr. Sculptor, Terry, Smart Art, what's up, Garrett? Hello, everybody. So boom, right here, looking at the 30-minute time frame, and what I notice is look at this 30-minute demand zone. That's within this 4-hour order block. This is a much stronger 30-minute demand, because this 30-minute demand zone gave us our basing near a low and a very strong momentum move afterwards. And we have already seen, see D30-minute, we've seen this hold up once, twice. I want to see if we can hold it again over here on NASDAQ for some longs. Really looking to just target back at the top of the range. Really looking to target that gap fill. But we're going to have to see. Markets open in about, what is that? Like 16 minutes. Listen, guys, if we move lower and we do break that low before markets even open, this trade set, I'm not looking for this trade setup anymore. That simple. If we break lower, we try to hold lower, then instead of using that area as support, I'm going to be looking to use that area as resistance today. I'm going to look to see if we can target to the downside a little bit. Let's see. So look, we have some broken supply down here. We could delete that, or we could at least update it to a new demand zone that formed there as well. So the D30-minute. Alrighty. Great.
Good morning, Kevin.
Yo, morning, E. Marcel. Good morning, good morning. How are you?
I am well, man. How about you?
I'm doing good, dude. Happy Friday. Happy Friday, everybody.
Looking for a 4-day weekend for the kids with all this weather coming.
Yeah?
More than likely. They cancel school. They cancel school if it threat of snow.
Oh, I got you. Oh, wow, they canceled it without the snow even coming?
Yeah, they're already planning on going back Wednesday instead of, well, Monday or Tuesday.
Oh man, be safe. Everybody be safe. A lot of people are going to be affected by it. Even I'm in New York, we're going to get a bad storm too. Everywhere.
Well, we're in the South, you see, and when it comes to snow and bad weather, people freak because we don't get it that often. So, I mean, this is a wipe the grocery store out kind of situation in the
Oh, I've
South.
heard. I've seen
And
it.
because of the number of traffic accidents and things like that that typically happen, they just go ahead and cancel stuff in advance.
Gotcha.
True
The
story.
downside to it, of course, is when it doesn't happen and, they canceled school and now they have to do makeup days and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Absolutely true, Marzity. My brother lives in Texas. He's a manager at HEB. He said it's like World War Z, that movie with Brad Pitt? The people just flood in and they're just panicked. And there's no snow on the ground, but there might be.
What's up? Sukar on YouTube was asking what verb is open. I think he's referring to the price level I have marked out over here as open. So that's our open price for the daily time frame. So looking at the futures market off the rip, my analysis was I'm looking to see that on Wednesday when Trump announced the whole tariff relief on the new tariffs he was threatening. Okay, we're getting tariff relief, blah blah blah. That gave us some optimism. We went bullish. We broke the previous day high, so this Wednesday we broke Tuesday's high. We closed green. For us to close green, we have to close above our open price. Yesterday, same thing happened. We broke Wednesday's high. We closed green. So today, we haven't broken Thursday's high yet, and we're actually at the moment trading below our open. So ideally, what I'm looking for is to see if we could find some support below the open price and then make our way higher with some momentum. If that's the case, I would look to try to find a low to sort of not bottom tick, but try to buy the lows of the range. And then we'll see if like a new fair value gap forms or some other new entry criteria that gives us a new entry as well. So we could sort of look to add to that trade. Now, if by chance we break through this zone no problem, I'm going to look for the opposite, right? I'm going to look for the sells to continue. I'm going to look to see what could fundamentally be driving us lower, and I'm going to look to see if we can break towards 25,265. We do want to sort of be careful. Would rather trade the range. Markets tend to trade more in a range than they do trend, but we will see. Equity wise, this is our fundamental run through 2026 Fed rate cuts priced in. Are you sure about that? I gotta get the Fed watch. I don't know where my I don't know why my thing does this. Oh, it's on Yahoo now? That's so weird, bro. That's not the Fed watch tool. Wow, that's crazy. Let me open up a different Chrome tab.
FYI, we have services PMI, I think,
Yeah.
at
Flash.
9:45, and it's an oddball time. And then we've got other stuff coming out at 10. So we've got reports at 9:45, 10. So just be mindful of that.
Yeah, we got Michigan consumer sentiment at 10. That's going to be our big one for today. Other one is Flash PMI. That's that 80% read. Doesn't normally give us the craziest of moves. Might give us maybe like a 5-point spike, but Michigan consumer sentiment, that could give us something a bit stronger if we get some type of extreme in that result, in that report. NASDAQ, any support to the downside? 525. That's within that demand zone I was looking for. It does have some other levels at 500 and 492, which is still above previous day low. I do want to try to see if we could hold previous day low. Those levels could be pulled. We'll have to see. Anything to the upside, same deal where we have some levels to the upside, some to the downside. Let's see. Market's open in 10 minutes. We're already showing some support here in this zone. So again, ideally, I'd like to see market open. Us try to dive lower at first and find some support to the downside on NASDAQ. Let's run through the ES, see what's cooking there. We'll do the same thing, previous day high, previous day low. We'll find our gap fill. What? Oh, my cat just walked on the keyboard and he pasted the watch list. I wonder what button he pressed. That was pretty cool. You just control. How do you press two? How do you hit Control V at the same time? Alright, previous day high, previous day low. If we manage to take out previous day low, I will have a bit more of a, not bearish bias, but more of a bearish feel on the market. Something else to note too, though, is our gap fills are to the upside, which would give us a bullish bias. Let's take a quick look here. 4 hour on ES. Again, here, look, this is the headline. Trump at Davos seeking immediate negotiation to discuss acquisition of Greenland. That was at 9:04, and this rally started at that 9 o'clock. So, we'll wait. This has a 4 hour support zone right there, too. 2 hour as well, 1 hour. What do I have, a 30-minute there, it looks like? Yeah, same 30-minute that NASDAQ has. So again, I'm looking for ES and NQ to find support in that zone. I'd like to see, if we don't come to that area and we just hold beforehand, then I'll look for like a new low volume shelf or something like that. Let's see our volume profile from the overnight. At this, yeah, so you see how our volume profile from the overnight, our volume area high and low, volume area up, where is it? This one. Developing volume area. That's this level right over here. Right? So that shows us where 70% of the volume has been traded. So if we can try to get a break below, I'm going to, again, look for that extreme, a reversal back into the range. So we'll see. We do have a bit of a low volume shelf between 50 and 45. That's right near our gap fill. So we might look for a reaction there. Our ICT midnight price is going to be right there. Oh, that's right, I don't have one of those. Keep doing that. Could probably, yeah, I was gonna say could probably just use the ultimate reversal setup indicator itself. So look, the blue level, you guys see this? Blue levels are gap fill, yellow levels are midnight, and the red level, you see this red level down here? It printed a red level up here as well. That's our previous New York high and low, so inside or outside day. Those also will work as targets. So, you know, technically, off of that, I would like to see us open within the range and go smash through these targets and then hit 69.69 as a final TP. If anything, maybe we break lower, same deal, find support, and then head towards those levels. Even just to target the 69.45 at that gap fill level would be ideal. Because now that is lining up with our value area high from the overnight. Yo, good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning. What's up, Andrea, Mike? Good morning. Good morning, Jay, Jake, Victoria. What's up, what's up? Gray, good morning. Prospertunity. Love it. What's going on? Good morning, good morning. Hope you're all doing well, guys. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Good morning, Joyce. What's going on? Let's see. Let's check out what I want to do. We have a little time. What I want to do on our equity chart is I want to find a good indicator for previous day high and low. Before I was using this one, but it really just squeezes the chart up, and it's pretty inconvenient when it does that. Let's see. So I'm just gonna delete. I used to use this, dude, I used to use this indicator a lot. And when I say used to, I mean years ago. This is a volume indicator. Check this out down here. It's basically the volume. Let's turn off the other volume so we could see it. Just a regular volume bars, but it shows you different colors depending on the percentage and how strong that volume is in relation to the other volume. And it shows a volume cloud as well. So when you see the buying starting to stack up with the selling, it's exactly what we were getting in response. That is the Welkin VSA indicator, in case you guys want to use that. Welkin Advanced Volume Study. Check that out. Have some fun with it. Let's see. Okay, so we are looking for a previous day high and low. Previous day high and low. What's this one? Is that the same one? That's the same one. Could probably, I bet there's an Edgeful one. Edgeful's got a ton of indicators. Let's see. Previous day's range. Yeah. Perfect.
All right, looks like we're getting ready to break an inverse head and shoulders on the ES 5-minute. It's not a very clean inverse head and shoulders, but it is there. Left shoulder is at what, 8:30, head 9:05, right shoulder 9:15. Upside targets are going to be 69.35 all the way up to 69.38.
Nice. Guys, market's open in 3 minutes. Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday. I can't believe it is January 23rd already. That is wild. That is wild. Guys, hope you're all having a great day. Did you guys see gold and silver? Silver almost at $100. That is insane. That's like craziness. Let's see. Visibility. We want it on the 14 and lower, so it only shows up on the 5-minute time frame. Wow, silver's just running and running and running. This is a parabolic move to say the least. Just a squeeze, 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 and it's still got room to go, man. I want to see 150 on silver.
Did you say 150?
Oh, yeah. Not today.
Yeah. I gotcha.
But it's priced in a lot of places. Yeah, Alex, I am, man. As crazy as it is, I am, because I just hate buying these highs, and if I'm getting silver, I'm probably going to be getting it on like a longer term portfolio, you know, buy some, maybe some long term leaps as an options that expire in like 6 months or longer, or even just I think it's SLV is the ticker for the ETF. It's gonna be that meme though. Everybody waiting for silver to pull back, just like everybody waiting for Nvidia to pull back. Everybody just turns into skeletons, like, oh, never happened. Yo, guys, if you're on YouTube, man, hit that like and subscribe. Appreciate you guys. Live Mondays and Fridays on YouTube, live to the community here at bullishbears.com, Monday through Friday. Alex, are you in any silver yourself? I'm thinking I got a buddy, his name is, oh my goodness, Joshua. No, you're not. You guys should follow him on social media too. I think he's only on Instagram at the moment. But his name is on Instagram. Bro, I'm trying to find it. Entry Point Capital, and he's like all about gold and silver miners, and he's super smart with it, really great Super transparent, smart guy. Yeah, check that out. 100%. 100%. That's where once I'm ready to invest with some silver, maybe look for a pullback, I'm gonna see where he's thinking is a good spot. We could take a look at gold real quick. Oh no, we can't. Market's open right now. Let's get it. Why isn't it resetting for my that's weird. That one did. This one did not. Reset now.
All right, there's a 50% measured move on the ES based on that head and shoulders. That's also VWAP at the top. And it's also the pivot point. So I think.
Nice. Hey, good morning, guys. Good morning, everybody. Waiting for, okay, good. NASDAQ did fix itself on the volume profile there. What's up, Steph? Good morning. YouTube, guys, good morning, everybody. See a bunch of people just flooded in a little bit there. What's up, Kyle? Good morning. Joe, what's going on? J Money, good morning. Hope you're all doing well. Hope you guys are ready for a killer Friday. Let's see. I am waiting for a pullback. I don't want to jump in any positions right off the open right now. I do want to see if we can pull back to support off like 25,540 on NASDAQ, 69.22 on ES. Guys, if you're here on YouTube, definitely smash that like button. A lot of buying delta so far today. I wanted to see real quickly if gold had anything like order block wise or anything that was holding as support. And right now it's got this one down here around 49.14. We'll add an alert just to keep an eye on it. But gold is something I'm not too interested in getting in at the moment. Let's take a look at NASDAQ here. Grab that volume profile from the overnight. Okay, so right now we are coming into that area of low volume from overnight, and it's at the top of that volume area high. So let's see if we could react here and get that pullback. And again, look, I'm looking for longs off the value area low, so I do want to see a pullback. Could take a quick dive into the fundamentals, and don't forget, we have news at 10 o'clock. That's going to be very important.
All right, quick overview here. The leaderboard is positive, but the internals are negative a little bit. Both the New York Stock Exchange down minus 300, which against 8,000 or whatever, it's not that big a deal. The S&P breadth indicator down 149 or negative 149. So that means 149 of 500 stocks. I mean,
Look at that reaction.
There's more sellers than there are buyers in the breadth indicator. It's negative.
Look at that reaction off VWAP on that value area high and that low volume shelf we just saw there on NASDAQ, guys. So pretty range bound. Markets just opened. Let it play out. Let's see how we react towards those lows.
So yeah, as Kevin said, we tagged VWAP, and there is a measured move that I posted earlier, chart just a few minutes ago that basically says we're in that 111, 1236 area. We're actually back inside the box, but remember this play about this area between the 111 and the 1236. This is the decision area on whether we're taking liquidity and going back inside the box, which would mean going back bullish, or if we have enough momentum to go ahead and break south, which would take us usually to the 1.5. So we're stuck on a chop right now. So just be mindful of that.
Guys, check out our equities. Microsoft above its previous day high. Nvidia above its previous day high. Amazon above its previous day high. But Apple's below its previous day low, and Meta and Google are within their range. So again, I'm just looking for a pullback, looking to trade the range here. Weighted index is pumping right now while the NASDAQ is pulling back. We'll have to see which one sets up better, NASDAQ or ES, in terms of the area that we're pulling back to. I could always wait for the 15-minute to close as well, possibly even the 30. Hourly. Gonna really have to be patient, especially because we have that 9:45 flash news, the flash PMI. It's the 80% read, and then we have the what's it called, Michigan Consumer Sentiment. Now, at the moment, using Edgeful, a lot of the reports are leaning more bullish on the what's in play. So again, that helps my bullish bias of going long off the bottom down here. So I am looking for support.
Go ahead.
No, that's it. I was just saying, so I am looking for support.
There is a substantial market maker move today on the SPX. So market maker move basically means that the options are showing more volatility today than tomorrow, or in this case, Monday. So you have to be mindful that they're saying that we're expecting some wild swings possibly.
Nice. Guys, that means we have to buy the lows of those swings. What's up, Phil? Good morning, man. What's up, Steph? What's up? What's up? Good morning, everybody. What's up, Greg? Good morning, Adrian, Andrea, AHM. Appreciate you all. Look at that, there go the longs. Here comes some resistance right there. Key level right there, 25,620 on NASDAQ. I'm not in anything myself right now. I am just being patient. We did just react off this low volume area off of the overnight volume profile and that value area high. Look at that reaction, man, right off that 620. That was 25 points right there. I didn't take it myself. I'm not looking for anything right now other than a possible long off of the lows with the right opportunity. Yes, moving lower too. Okay, let's get it, NASDAQ. Let's go. Now I'm just waiting. I'm waiting. What am I waiting for? I'm waiting for some type of, not catalyst, like news-wise, but I'm waiting for some type of volume catalyst. Some type of massive selling delta appears, but it isn't rewarded and we reverse. That will be my long position. We did just hit demand, so be a little careful there. Like, look, we literally just tapped it right there. Did not hit the value area low, though, but I will note, we haven't really, okay, we did break it over here. Say recently we've been holding it, but let's just be patient. I did want that 30-minute demand at 25,539. So again, I didn't see a major catalyst. I didn't see a real reason for a reversal yet. Just waiting. I also have ES to 69.22, and I have 69.20 on ES as a possible key level now on Bookmap as well. So it's pretty good right there.
All right, so what we have right now is a lot of chop signals, a lot of indecision because the leaderboard is still positive, but the internals, the advanced decline lines, are negative. Now, remember that the leaderboard carries 20, 30% of the S&P itself, and yet those other 400 stocks and so forth like that, of those 400 stocks there, they're negative. So you say, well, which one counts more? Well, it indicates confusion, indecision, stuff like that. they're not in alignment. If you're a MACD kind of person and you look at the MACD, yeah, if you're a MACD kind of person and you look at it, you'll see that the MACD lines are overlapping, which, shows chop as well. So only take your most highest conviction trades right now, tight stops and things like that. We've got
This is looking
basically 5 minutes
solid.
until the big first news event, and we still are sitting with the larger market maker move today. So
Yo, Dan, good job, bro. Yes, sir. Crazy. Crazy trade. All right, Naz and ES doing their best to make their way lower. VIX is at a key area of resistance. Now this 1636 that we're coming up near on the VIX was major lately. Gonna have to just be a little patient for that news. NASDAQ holding demand. I'm a little concerned NASDAQ holds demand and we missed that demand entry down here, right? Like I was looking for this 30-minute, meanwhile the 4-hour that we were already holding held. I'm not too concerned over anything in this market right now though because we have news. So I'd want to be out anyways by 10 o'clock, so we'll see. Again, 9:45 is also a little bit of news. So we'll just be a little patient. Hopefully it gives us a little bit of a jolt. I'd like to see a little bit of a jolt to the downside off the news and then just continuation back up. Nas found good support, then it found some really good buying volume here. Would not want to go short against this demand right now. Three minutes for this 5 to close. There's some good buying pressure. Damn, Nas, okay. Wow, that's crazy. Staying patient. Good buying volume, like I mentioned, and it's seeing some follow through too. Some targets to the upside between 650 and 660. That's that gap fill. Yeah, we might go from demand to gap fill. That's crazy. Dude, that was off that value area low. Next time, right? Next time we'll just readjust, obviously, guys, today and going forward. I'm going to start using this value area low and high off of that overnight volume profile a little bit more with supply and demand in ranges. Just helps visualize it a little bit, shows you where the majority of the volume's been traded. That's where we want to be trading. Minute 42 left for the flash PMI, right? Flash PMI, that's what we have.
I think so.
Yeah, flashing too.
It's not even under low, medium, or anything. Let's see.
I got 4x says it's high.
Flash PMI.
So the PMI is the Purchasing Managers Index. And this is a survey of purchasing managers within larger companies. And are they planning on buying more stuff for the upcoming quarter or month or less stuff? So it indicates a manufacturing consumer supply and demand kind of metric. If that number is low, it means that purchasing managers are anticipating lower sales. And, but now remember, The number that comes through on the PMI has nothing to do with the trade direction of the institutions. They only agree on the time, not the report itself, unless the report is way outside of bounds of expectations.
Very good. Let's go. That's it. Full port longs, right at news. Just kidding. Waiting for demand. Nice, Kyle. Look at that beast trade right there, bro. NQ hit Q level 25,640 was a passive seller, and we wicked into it. See how we react to that 620 again? Remember, up here is where we reversed last time. But I really wanted to see us run higher, so we'll see. See how that manufacturing came out, the PMI.
Within expectation, forecast was 52.9. It came out 52.5, which matched the previous number. So, no real big deal here. The market maker move, really hasn't changed that much.
Look at all the
Less
buying
than
delta.
1%. So that keeps the 10 o'clock report on the books.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get all that buying going on in there. VIX with a little bit of a spike there, but it dropped. But now it's trying to spike back higher again. I can see what the Dow's doing. Dow's moving lower. Just be patient. Yeah, let's go to demand. Come on, we're still waiting. JW, good morning, man. YouTube guys, drop a good morning. Let's make some money. Let's kill it today. We're trading the range. We're being patient. We're looking for 69.20 on the ES. NASDAQ also coming back to demand. Remember, we did hold this area earlier. Big spike on the VIX. Apple's continuing to sell off. Apple, I believe, made a new low a day. Equity's pretty choppy right now. Just be patient. Don't jump in any longs right now. Let you guys know if I see anything. It's definitely, I do see this as a pullback. I would just want to see us move even lower again. But 30-minute, 1 hour. 1 hour is definitely struggling. 15-minute just had a tough candle there on the NASDAQ. But it had a great candle on ES, so it's just a matter of being patient, in my opinion, right now.
All right, prior day low on the ES is around 69.10, 69.09, which is about a fib 618 extension off of the measured move that I'm tracking. Remember, we're still in this 111, 1, 2, 3, 6 zone, which means no decision on direction has been made yet.
Gotcha. Yo, Kyle, that's awesome, bro. First off, congratulations, man, because that's a milestone of itself. I would say number 2. I like number 2.
Yeah, Kyle, if you're going to get especially something printed, there'll be less, it'll cost you less to do the right one than it will the left one.
Then the right one, then the wrong one. Ah. There we go. Come on, Naz. Let's get going. Big spike on the VIX right there, man. Amazon holding up, Microsoft holding up, and Meta holding up. Google took a hit to VWAP. Equities are trying to hold this 2580. I almost want to try along here with the stop loss at that 2580, but I don't want to get chopped up, and that's not my zone either. Equities are trying to hold higher with some strength. I just don't like the 5. I do feel like we would want to pull back one more time first.
Internals, the breadth indicators are still bearish. We're not looking at the leaderboard. They're starting to settle down as far as the width of their 5-minute candles. We're currently inside the prior 5-minute candle. So on one hand, we're showing bearish on the internals. On the other hand, the leaderboard is holding its breath. And like I said, we're still inside that decision zone of the 111, 1, 2, 3, 6. Things like your RSI are sitting in the 45 to 50 range, which tells you no decision. The market maker move has not changed yet. So we're still looking at this 10 o'clock report. Something has spooked the institutions, and they've put a lot of options into this. Hedging. Yeah. They're doing a lot of hedging. So we don't know what spooked them. Something has. And so we just have to wait and see.
I bet Michigan consumer sentiment comes in crazy then if they're pricing in something crazy like that. Higher reading supports USD via reduced rate cuts. So if it comes in higher than expected, don't expect rate cuts. So that would be a bit more bearish on the market. Lower than expected would increase the odds. But let's see. Gold continuing. Really want to see 69.20 on ES. I had 22 as support. Good morning, everybody. What's going on, guys? Happy Friday.
Yeah, happy storm prep day.
Yeah, happy storm prep Friday. Make sure all
Yeah,
your...
I mean, actually, I started prepping Wednesday with, just so I didn't have to do a mad rush of it today.
You and the rest of the U.S. Everybody's been prepping, man. All the shelves are bare. It's crazy. You'd think we're getting like 44 feet of snow all around the U.S.
I don't know. The South, here in the South, we're more touchy about ice because we don't get as much snow. We typically get more freezing rain.
Right.
When it's bad, and of course that's 100 times worse than snow and stuff like that. And for us anyway, so it's going to be interesting to see what happens.
Yeah. Yeah,
I think it's
sure.
collusion, though. I think the Weather Channel is colluded with the grocery stores because the grocery stores want to make some money.
The Weather Channel buys stock in the grocery stores, and then they hype it up. Hey, markets, if we could just like dip lower just a little bit, just one more time, I promise it's gonna trap a lot of people short just so we could make some money, you know? You got a reason with it. I'm also waiting on like 15-minute, 30-minute time frames, like waiting on those to close out. We have 5.5 minutes on that, and that's also going to lead up to the news. 4-hour closes as well. So we'll see, man. We'll see. NASDAQ back to the top of its range. Now, NASDAQ really was struggling to continue higher from these highs over here. So as much as we are pushing up right now, I'd almost want to try short in that we've been range bound. But because I'm more bullish, I don't want to just jump the gun. Make sure your portable chargers are charged. Make sure everything's ready. Let's say we react to this 640 again. If we can get back to 640, how do we react to it? Do we break it and break back lower again? Do we hold it and continue lower in this range we're seeing? Equities are sort of all taking a little bit of a hit here. We're near the value area high right now. 15-minute time frame. I'd want to see it continue lower on the NQ, but I'd want to see it continue higher on the ES. So just sort of waiting to see our reaction of this 640. There's the break of 640. So let's see. Yeah, I'm not in anything right now. I'm just sort of waiting for a reaction. I want to be long. We didn't hit the zone I wanted. The zone I wanted was 540. We hit the zone at 560. Noob question, why is trading halted on move? Depends. Let's see what's going on with move. If it's moving very fast, like it's got a lot of volatility kicking in, that could be why. Move MOVE is halted? I can't even like get the chart of it. There's a low volume area on NASDAQ again. Again, we're rejecting it pretty strong. There we go. Go ahead, let's go to that demand zone now. Let's reject that gap fill level by a point, and let's just drop. Let's see what we do here. Buyers trying to hold it again. Equities are still strong. There's some buying. Yup. Let's see. Let's see. Gap fills a couple points away. 62. Weighted index moving higher. Man, I wish I tried grabbing those longs off the first demand zone. That's tough. Range bound. Don't buy these highs right now. Equities continuing higher. I wouldn't want to buy these highs, nor would I want to short these highs. Minute 12 left, and we're getting volatility going into that Michigan consumer sentiment. So do the banks, do the big investors, do the institutions, do they know something that we don't? Right? Did they get the information 10 minutes early? Do they know whatever, A, B, and C? Staying patient. Really no setups yet. 30 seconds left, guys, for this 5 minutes of closing for news to come out. 20 seconds. Big spike there again on ESNQ. There's the gap fill level on NASDAQ. Yes is going to make its way there too. Very strong buying delta. Okay, here's news. Hotter than expected. Bullish for the USD, sometimes a bit more bearish for ESNQ though, but let's be patient. Let's look for a reaction. Gold is selling off of the news. Be patient. I'm looking for a bullish reaction on ESNQ. I did want to see a reversal of this area on ES 44.
All right. So the current volume node, intraday volume node, 69.45. The inside return to the middle of that measured move is around 69.50. We are seeing obviously some bullish candles at the moment, but the leaderboard looks bullish, but the internals, while they are still negative, they have stopped dropping for a moment. So this could be a turnaround point where we resume a bullish march. We'll have to watch that and see.
Be careful. We're pretty extended from the volume area, the value area. But, yeah, we had good buying momentum out of that. I was looking bullish off of that demand zone before, so just be patient. Be patient for possibly a long entry on a pullback. Don't be jumping any guns. Wow, bro, that's crazy how well that demand zone held, though. I'm sort of disappointed in my execution of not executing it down there in NASDAQ today. It did give me the retest too, bro. I gotta focus. Wouldn't long these highs, but just gotta wait now. Marzity, do you want to do something in the mornings at like 9 or whatever, from like 9 to 9:15, so you go over your trade plan and stuff?
I've been pondering the idea. The biggest thing that I could say what you do on a daily basis for me is a what do you see in the chart kind of review session. And I may do something like that between your, because I know you've got the market in the morning session sometimes and Signet, and I'm not going to stream when either one of y'all are streaming. Because that draws people away from one stream towards another, and that's not good in my opinion. So it'll be an ad lib. If I see something notable worth teaching, pulling out of the charts, commenting about, yeah, but I mean, as far as a scheduled kind of thing, no, because it's not dependable.
Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, we're going to be looking for continuation. We saw that continuation on ES on the 15-minute time frame. Better basing, rally, continuation. So we're going to have to wait for a pullback. I'd like to see 69.41 on ES for a pullback. All buying delta, all strong volume today. How's that breadth looking?
The bleed off has stopped. It's mostly going sideways right now. It's still so yeah, that's not changing a lot. That's a positive, stabilizing sign. The market maker move dropped a little bit, but it's still there, which is kind of odd. It did drop some now. So the leaderboard is showing bullish movement. The breadth indicators, though, like I say, have stopped dropping. So for those of you that don't understand the breadth indicator, when you hear the term breadth, so you take, let's say, for example, the New York Stock Exchange. It has roughly, because it varies day to day, 3,000 stocks in it. Well, you take the number of stocks that are going up in price minus the number of stocks that are going down in price. And so you subtract the decliners from the advancers, and that gives you the breadth. So if the breadth is 0, that means there's an equal number of stocks going up and an equal number of stocks going down. So it's not a measure of how much they're going up or down. It's just, are they up or down? So right now we're showing, for example, on the New York Stock Exchange that there's roughly 500 stocks out of 3,000 that have been going down today. So when breadth is increasing, then that gap between advancers and decliners is widening, and that's very telling. When it is going sideways, that means they're settling down, kind of thing. So that's not necessarily a good or a bad thing. It's very telling. But what we want to be careful of is when the leaderboard, Amazon, Nvidia, Apple, Microsoft, when the leaderboard is divergent from those others. Now that's telling.
Alright guys, let's see. I'm looking for a pullback entry here on ES off of 41.
Yeah, I was about to say, I got a 45-minute supply zone. We just came out on NQ. We're right below it again.
Nice. I'd want to be long with this momentum. Weighted index taking another turn to the upside right there. I really wanted to see a pullback to this low volume area we had, though, between like 41 and 40. It's like a real small zone. Maybe it's like 42 and 40. We'll see. Now, as you use a tool like the breadth, though, and unfortunately, like we saw this morning, I was looking for longs and support at demand at the bottom of our range. Breadth is going to tell you, of course, it's negative because we're at the bottom of the range. So you do have to be careful when using tools like that. And you got to be careful, too, when there are two people sort of spectating and narrating and going over charts. Because if you get two separate biases, it can get a little frustrating, really. But it's definitely important to make sure that we check out what we see, right? Exactly. Mike, you got it. Good stuff. Share the charts, see what you're looking at, because you might see something I don't see, right? Or Marziti might see something with the breadth that's like, hey, listen, it looks like we're trying to hold demand, but breadth is sinking like crazy right now. And that could be okay. It could be a great way to say, okay, let me stay out of it. Maybe the VIX was also not doing too well. So, gotta be careful, gotta be wary, and got to be consistent with your strategy and your system, guys. Let's preach it enough, right? It's consistency, consistency, consistency.
Does that look like a good 45?
Yeah, that's solid. It's solid. It's a good spot. Price reacted to it in the past. If anything, what I'd look for, because we're a bit more bullish, it's like a break and retest of that zone. But at the moment, I'm looking for a retest more before we break that zone. So look at this low volume right here. Is what I'm waiting for on ES. 69.42. What's gold doing? Gold is still pushing higher. Come on, ES. Let's dip towards that 42. Hit that 41. Ideally, I want to see the reaction off 41.25. Look at the weighted index over here, though, guys. It's just straight up right now. That is super bullish on those equities, those top 10 holdings on ES and NQ. At least 5 of the top 10 holdings. I like these levels forming up here between 49 and 50 on ES. Those formed since we started making these highs, so I do want to see price continue there. We have a price target of 69.57. That's our midnight price level. Now looking like ES is going to give us that entry. Just going to stay patient, though. A little bit of a pullback on the weighted index. VIX is pretty range bound. Come on, ES. Head towards that 41.25. That'd be a crazy entry, man. Imagine we can get an entry like 41.25 with a stop, like a 1-point stop loss. We'll see 41.75 even. Right there. That's like the beginning of that extreme low volume area. 39.75 is stop loss at the moment. That's what I'm looking for on ES right now for possible longs. Value area high lining up right there too. So I do want to see some support set up in there. Weighted index is pulling back. Come on, NASDAQ. Come on, ES. Google's pushing lower at the moment. So is NVIDIA, but NVIDIA is trying to hold VWAP. Take a look at the Dow is sideways trying to pull back. Here we go, ES. $15-minute closes in 1:50, and I wanted that to close green. So again, ideally, I would want to see us close above that level on the 15. So if we sweep it for a moment and have a quick reversal, that's what I want to see. If we fail that, then this might just be a quick stop hunt. But let's see how we react to that level. Looks like it's trying to get there now. I got 41.75 as an entry. Alright, there it's filled. If it goes right stop, it goes right stop. But yeah, look at that. Ooh, that selling got nasty right there. We are in a fair value gap. Still be looking for that 15 to close green. I know that was a bit of a stop hunt. This was a resistance level before. Depending on this reaction, I will re-enter. But if it holds lower again, I'm just staying away. So, decent bubble, decent sellers setting up here. So again, I'm looking for the reaction back higher. We get back higher, 42's entry again. But We don't. We're probably going to continue lower back to that demand zone. Then possibly we get that demand entry again. We'll see. But right now, I'm definitely just going to wait. Nas pulling back 15-minute crazy rejection looking candle there. See if we want to use this 40 as a resistance, that 41 area. See if we break above it. Do we hold it? What do we want to do here? Pretty range bound, man. Wouldn't be so quick to go short, but I wouldn't be so quick to keep chasing long. This buyer is what supported before. 15. Yeah, real tough point. Hourly, 4 hour. Yeah. The only trade setup that was decent enough was that one from earlier. Vic's trying to move back higher again. Equity's still holding up, though. Guys, give me like 2 seconds to be right there. Alrighty. So it definitely happens, sort of like we mentioned before, two people talking at the same time, especially different buys. It's going to make somebody question themselves, and it's not the best, right? Especially when you have a consistent system. It happened all the time when me and Jeremy would try to stream together. I'd be like looking for a long, and he'd be scalping a short, and it's like, well, shit, am I going long now if this person's looking short? But if you have a system, stick to it. Sellers are coming in a bit strong lately. But we got a minute 46 left. I wouldn't jump in shorts with only a minute 40 left. We've seen buying strength. So if that does continue, we wouldn't be surprised, right? So let's just be patient. Equities are still trying to continue higher. Meta's at its previous day high, trying to reject it right now. So again, that's why another reason I want to wait for like that minute 20 for the 5 to close. Because if Meta rejects previous day high and the other equities are all rejecting too, great. We just had a key level. We could see some strong continuation there. VIX moving back higher again too. Now every time buyers step in, they get flushed. So again, sellers are looking like they're trying to take a little bit of control at the moment. What's up, Adonis? Good morning, bro. What's up? Hmm. Nice, bro. Nice. How was it? Yeah, that's right, bro. You didn't miss anything. We were looking for longs earlier off of this zone. I was looking for 25, 540. We did not get 540. We hit 568 a few times and ended up holding very well. No trade since then. Well, we tried. What did we try? I think we tried a long right here for a quick. That was a quick little stop out. Other than that, we're staying patient, man. Yeah, like Meta's rejecting that high, like I mentioned. Let's see what else we got. Oh, nope, there's some more strength. Oh yeah, yeah, bro, I bet a lot of potholes because of the snow. Yes, back in that lower volume area over here where we tried to reject earlier a few times. You could see we want to reject it again, but everything's pretty choppy. Everything's pretty strong right now. So I wouldn't really want to be fighting that trend too much. What do you see in Marziti?
On the 5 minute, the ES is in a bull flag. It's dancing around the intraday VPOC. It is obviously inside the box of my measured move, slightly above VWAP. It has been dancing with the top of the Bollinger Bands. So I expect to see ES. At some point, you have exhaustion, and we should come back down to around 69.36. But we just have to wait it out and see.
Wow, look at that pop there. Nice, nice.
And that just broke that 45-minute supply zone.
Nice. Yeah, beautiful. Good break there. Previous day high taken out on NASDAQ. We're going to make that previous day high at 69.69, man. That's insane. All price targets from pre-market hit. It's just that execution, bro. Hope some of you guys were able to take some nice money on it. Nah, Adonis, nothing on me, bro. Was looking for longs earlier in the AM. Buy the dip type of day. That's crazy. Gold's at 49.50, close to 40, close to 5,000. Silver broke 100. Silver broke $100 an ounce. That's crazy. We'll see. That's nuts. I won't wrap the stream up right now because markets are moving pretty well. I sort of want to just because of the poor execution on my hand. But we'll make some changes and we'll fix some stuff and we'll smooth some things out so it's better and it's smoother like before. We were on a crazy winning streak. We're doing real great for months there, man. Just gotta keep doing what we're doing. Use the same tools. Don't listen to anything out of our system. Don't strategy hop. Strategy hopping will get you fucked up. Gotta think, guys, if you want to be consistent, you have to have routine, right? Routine equals consistency. You're consistently doing the same thing. That's what makes it routine. If you're consistently strategy hopping, you're not going to find consistency in the market because you're strategy hopping. You're not giving it the time it needs. $48 looks okay on ES. But you gotta be careful, those low volume shelves are not holding up too well. There's that 48 trying. I wonder if there are any big sales going on. There you see it failed again. So again, something to note. These low volume shelves, something that I usually trade very well with in good trending markets, haven't been working lately.
Looks like we're coming back for a retest on that supply zone.
Yeah, I know. I wanted to check
Which
that
is
out.
gonna flip. It's gonna flip, right? It'll flip to demand. Or,
Yeah, exactly. When we have a supply, we break it. We try to see if it could flip to demand. You said you had it on the 45. I'm
Yeah.
not. So the zone itself, the area itself is decent in that the past, even just yesterday, we were using it as resistance. So just the overall understanding of that, right, would keep us in a bit of a bull bias, trying to see if that area does want to hold maybe like 730 on NQ. So Nads, if I was looking for an entry, I do like that 730, like I just mentioned. 730 to like 720. Pretty solid right there. Gold has not returned to any area of support, really just chopping its way higher. Same with silver. We could take a look and see if anything really came in that would impact us lately. Any high news? Anything important? Let's see. Oh, is it out yet? Oh, I don't think it's out yet. Oh man, it's so cool. I can't wait for it. Let me see if I can find the video of it. They're making it on market so that, like, you see how we have the chart here with the annotations and stuff? They're making it so that you could click, like, a zoom out button, and this chart covers your full screen, so you could really get a look at the market. That's going to be so cool. I can't wait for that to drop. Now, we did just get a headline. Talks between Ukraine, Russia, and U.S. have started in Abu Dhabi. Still price target of 69.58 on ES and 69.69. Bro, that's pretty clean, man. This is like perfect from the pre-market plan. I want it to be long from below our open price. Oh wait, this is ES and Q. Want it to be long below our open price, which is this pink level. That would have been in the demand. And then boom, we're talking how many points? Yo, I'm gonna be real disappointed. Okay, 200. It's a lot, but at least it's not like 400. Then I'd be a little bit more aggravated. But shit happens. Adonis, luck doesn't have much to do with the market. I wouldn't say luck has anything to do with it. Really just about setups and opportunity. Opportunity has a lot more to do with markets than luck. Opportunity, like, you know, just given that at some point things are going to give us a move. At some point market conditions are going to roll over. At some point we're going to hold the low of the range and head to the high of the range, right? So not so much luck, more is so opportunity, right? And that's why coming every day is so important, because if we come one day and okay, market conditions aren't ideal, second day, not so ideal, third day, boom, an A+ setup occurs and we're able to hit like a 4-to-1 risk to reward, or we go 2 for 2 and both of them are 3-to-1s and we're up 6 risk on the day, then guess what? Being patient those 2 other days, we're taking a small loss on those days, is worth coming back every day until that setup occurs. Oh yeah, they're pretty slow too. Yes and no, man. They definitely gave us opportunities. At least down here it did. Other than that, this pullback over here wasn't the most ideal. So I guess it was a fair value gap there that we tried to hold. But it didn't come back to the low volume shelf that I was really looking for, and that's this one right over here. And that was one that was resistance earlier, so I wanted to see if we can break that resistance becomes support, and we haven't done that yet. So that was another setup that was an opportunity, but did not present itself. Plus. How do you at Signet? I know he's still here, but I know he's got like the funky bubble letters. Funky slash bubble letters. I think he does that on purpose. Weighted index was another great signal today for longs, man. Weighted index stayed bullish all day, even when the Nasdaq was chopping and trying to hold demand down here and successfully held demand down here. The weighted index was moving higher and holding VWAP, so that would have been another nice security of confluence. Same with the VIX at a key level, rejecting a key area. I mean, that was really an A plus area down there, 25,568.
All right, well, I'm gonna call it here. It's just kind of boring grind. We'll give it some time, see how it plays out, come back to it maybe this afternoon. So y'all be good. We'll see you guys Monday. Be safe over the weekends and so on and so on. And you know,
Be
I
safe,
guess Signet,
Marzity.
yeah, Cygnet's got his 2 p.m. Eastern time stream today. Make sure, as far as I know. You know, if you're a new trader, make sure you pop into that and because he's got an open mic that he can talk with you. You know, right now Kevin's trying to do trading, but at the 2 p.m. sessions with Signet, you know, you can do a lot of open mic questions or whatever. So do check that out. You guys be good. We'll see you Monday. Bye.
See you Monday. Be safe. How could you DM him? You have before. Guys, we'll kill it Monday, I promise. Promise, man. We have this in the bag today down here. It's alright. It's alright. We'll figure things out. Make things better. You guys already know the vibes. Oh, does that work? At Michael? Nice. W. W from Kyle. Fucking fat W. There's no W emoji, right? Put it under your thing. There's gotta be there's no W? Winning. There we go. Remember Charlie Sheen, the Charlie Sheen era? That was funny. 2.5 Men, that was a good show. I don't know about good show, but it was funny. VIX moving lower, man. Everything was lining up real nice this morning. We'll work things out. We'll fix things up a little bit and get these streams up and running nicely again.
If it's making you laugh, it's a good show.
That's true. That's true. That's what I would watch to turn my brain. That's a good point too, man. Everybody needs that let me turn my brain off type of show where it's like I've been using that shit all day. Let me rest now. There's nothing like that anymore. I guess Family Guy had a long run. What else is there? Bob's Burgers. I can never get into Bob's Burgers. I've tried. Nah, Adonis, bro. The markets are just telling you. Not yet. Not yet. If you don't give up, you will succeed in anything and everything you do in life, and that includes trading as well. Whether you just have to work on the risk management so you're not blowing accounts on losing trades, you have to maybe size down or size how many trades you take. So you say, okay, instead of taking 5 trades a day, I'm going to cap it at 3. Instead of taking 6 trades a day, I'm going to cap it at 4. You know, size down small, but accordingly. Yeah, it's a good one, that 70s show. I always get that I look like Eric Foreman from that show. I'm like, I don't look like Spider-Man, right? The one that plays Spider-Man? NASDAQ continuing higher. Hold. Are we at all? Dude, NASDAQ's going to run to 25,863. I'm just saying. Real good delta. Looks solid. I gotta see what I'm making a video of today. I'm definitely going to make a video recapping this move we had this morning. I don't know if you guys watch the social media posts I put together, but lately I've sort of made a different turn on them, and I'm basically covering sort of like I was doing, where it's economic data, anything that comes out, but I'll cover like headlines like these, and I'll also start the video with some technicals on the chart on the screen, so it's like, hey, look at this move right here, this is why it happened, and I'll go over like the fundamentals behind it, and then I'll go over some levels as well. So it's like more of a trading video now instead. Yeah, Adonis, I'm thinking at this point no more trades. I'd rather be long than short, that's for sure. This whole day has been bullish, 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 but in terms of entry-wise, I really don't see anything that's just like screaming, hey, here it is. Other than the one from this morning that I couldn't hear scream, hey, here it is. Is move moving? It's not moving. Weighted index moving up. Straight shelling. Yeah, BitGo. Yeah, I covered BitGo a little bit. It's funny I put a post together on it. Let's see if I can find it real quick. It's a crypto. That's what I know off the top of my head. Oh, it's not gonna be here. It's gonna be in my other thing. BitGo Holding Inc. to list on NYSE BTGO, offering 11 million Class A shares to BitGo. Total raise valuation, post-offering valuation, 2.8 billion. No, I don't have anything too in-depth on it. First crypto IPO of the year, that's about all I got on it. I saw that it did pretty well yesterday. IPO'd, it was set to IPO at 18, IPO'd at what, 2140? 21, at almost 22. Oh, was that today it IPO'd? No. Yesterday. Wait. Was it halted? You got it around $14, $17. Nice, man. How'd you get early in? What broker? You invested with SoFi? Yo, I want to check that Fed watch because I'm thinking. Also, dude, I gotta fix my Google tab too. I don't know why it's on Yahoo. Me. Let's see. Through SoFi, they have some early IPO offerings if you sign up early from them. They have you pick how many shares you're willing to purchase and at what price, max of 100. That's really cool, bro. That's sick. Nice return on that. They let you sell right at IPO open? Let's go, bro. Kyle just making money in his sleep. That's cool, bro. Love to hear it. All right, ladies and gents, let me know if you got any other questions before we do wrap up the stream. I'm going to be wrapping it up just in a moment. Appreciate you all for being here today. Yeah, we will kill it going forward as we normally do. Really great level of demand on NASDAQ this morning. And yeah, appreciate you all. Kyle, good job. But it was really just a test. I didn't really want to make much, just prepare for the crack. Yeah, dude, seriously, Kraken's gonna be crazy. Yo, get ready to short Discord when Discord IPOs. All right, later, everybody. Have a great rest of your day. Have a great weekend. I'm gonna see you guys all on Monday. Don't forget, show some love to social media. Peace out.
Thanks, Kev.
You got it, bro. Take care, everybody. Peace.
Have a good weekend.
You too. Oh, what's up, YouTube? I'm still on there. Guys, have a great rest of your day. Go